Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerd Word. I'm Josh, and this is Earl.
How you doing?
And we're back at the Amazing America's Heroes here in Killeen, Texas. And so, this last week we heard that Muhammad Ali has passed away. Such a sad moment for everyone in the world, and especially us comic book fans. So, what better way to honor Muhammad Ali than talking about the very first time, the only time that him and Superman traded blows. Earl?
Oh, this was an interesting book. DC had tried for years to get something worked out with them, and they finally came to terms on it. And there was so much the Ali estate wanted about the book, certain conditions they had. First off, Ali had to win the fight.
Well, of course.
So it was setting it all up, and it took about a year and a half or so to get everything set and ready to go. Originally, the original cover, I believe, was going to be done by Joe Kubert, if I'm not mistaken. And then they decided that they went ahead and had Neil Adams do it.
Okay.
A couple of the interesting things about that book was, well, first off, the synopsis of it is, this alien race wants to see the battle between Earth's two greatest warriors, which just happened to be Superman and Muhammad Ali. So they took Superman to this planet where he would basically have no powers. Basically, you know, there was red sun radiation, which drains all of Superman's powers.
Nice.
Superman had trained and everything, you know, for the fight with Ali, and they started fighting and just got totally decimated. And, you know, Ali just beat the crap out of him. He was out on the stretcher, you know, arm in a sling, black eye, just beaten and everything. At the end of the book, you know, Ali's like shaking hands with Superman. He goes from the greatest to the greatest, and that's how it ended. You know, they had saved the world for the showing entertainment to these aliens. There was a lot of things leading up to it. The Ali estate had a bunch of conditions. The cover originally had, if you look at it, there's like a ton of people in the audience that at the time were famous. The most infamous one of it was John Wayne, who was like rabid about keeping his appearance his right. So they had drawn John Wayne onto it, but they didn't have the rights to use it, so they had Neil Adams draw a mustache over him. And it's a pretty cool cover because you can go in there and you can try to guess whoever was in there. For the younger viewers today, it'd be kind of difficult because there was people like, Stan Lee was on the cover.
Wow. This is got to be pretty young then.
Yeah, Richard Nixon, the Beatles, Lucille Ball, a group of guys from a TV show called Welcome Back, Kotter, the Sweat Hogs were on it. Batman, Lex Luthor, Gerald Ford. So, it had people from all over. In the back of the book, there was a map of it, and it was all outlines of them, and it had numbers, and you could, look at the number and see who was in that spot. Really interesting book. Back in 2010, DC successfully petitioned the Ali estate to re-release it. And it was re-released in hardcover, large hardcover format, smaller hardcover format, and they even released a statue.
Wow, really?
Yes. And originally when the comic came out, it was treasury size, so it was probably about that tall and about that wide.
Whoa.
So it wasn't your regular size comic.
That is big.
It was oversized. So it was an awesome book. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. Wish I would have picked it up. Back in, I want to say 2007, 8, I picked up a copy for about $80. It was a nice copy.
Yeah, it's a pretty intense. Not intense. It's a pretty famous.
Oh yeah.
Scene. It's a famous boxing scene.
It was the first time Muhammad Ali was ever in a comic book.
Yeah.
And you've seen celebrities come and go in different comic books. Ali, when they first started negotiations, Ali was champion. Within that year and a half span, he lost the title and regained it. So by the time the book came out, he was still in the public's mind as being the champ. Mm-hmm. So that did well for the book.
Yeah. So, did Muhammad Ali ever come back to comics and any other comic books, spin-offs, one-offs?
Not that I recall. As far as I know, that was it. some years later, probably maybe 5, 6 years later, he retired.
Yeah, and now he passed. So,
Yeah.
if if we could go back in time, what would it be another superhero or another comic series that you would have liked to see him in?
That's a good question. Uh, they did the workaround with Superman. You would think Muhammad Ali versus Superman just couldn't happen. But I was trying to think of a Marvel character.
I would think maybe either Captain America or maybe I wouldn't say the Hulk because he could just
Right.
pulverize it. Maybe Bruce Banner or something like that. I don't know.
It probably was your top two choices at that time. Probably would have to been Captain America or Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Wolverine at that time wasn't. It was like '78. Wolverine was somewhat popular, but not like he is today. So Spider-Man or Captain America, I think would have worked. Spider-Man, they would have had to tone him down, or maybe even if you start thinking Daredevil,
Oh,
because Daredevil's father
he was a boxer.
was a
yeah,
boxer.
yeah.
So
That'd be
I
cool
think
too.
Daredevil Ali would have been interesting. Of course, Ali would have won that one too. One of the conditions.
Yeah.
So, you can't make the champ look bad.
Or have it a close, even fight too.
Right.
Either one.
Yeah, the Superman fight was not even close. It was just Ali, slipping and moving and just punching Superman. It was brutal.
Yeah. So if you guys have not checked that book out, that one-shot, amazing Muhammad Ali versus Superman book, definitely check it out. It's got to be at least $100 for.
If you buy the original,
Yeah.
the graphic novels, there's the oversized facsimile edition, which is $40, and then there's your standard size hardcover, which is $20.
Yeah. So pretty expensive if you want the original or somewhere close to it, but still, it's an amazing book. It's an amazing story. Muhammad Ali stood for a lot of good things.
Yep, he was about equality.
He was, and it's sad that he's passed. So, unfortunately, with that, we have to end this video. So, let us know what your guys' favorite part of this story was. Let us know what your guys' favorite part of Muhammad Ali's life was. If he inspired you to do anything or anything in his life. Let us know in the comments down below. Once again, I'm Josh, that's Earl, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!